Hello and welcome back to What's Trending Movies. I'm Brett Register, and now I know that the box office didn't quite adhere to the social media stats again this week, but second through fifth place were only separated by a few $100,000, and that's pretty close in box office math, so I'm not really gonna beat myself up too much this week. I'll do that later, off camera. But we'll get into the box office in just a minute. First, let's take a look at the movies coming home this week. Steven Soderbergh goes action heavy in his latest film, Haywire. It's a really great action movie, just don't watch it for the storyline. Next up, you can finally own the long-awaited collaboration from Dolly Parton and Queen Latifah, Joyful Noise. And I'll understand if this news has excited you to the point that you ran the 12 miles to your local Best Buy and have missed the rest of this show. Trust me, I understand. And finally, the unofficial sequel to Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, comes home on Blu-ray and digital download in May. 5 months late, or 7 months early. Screw it, let's celebrate! I love you. I'm kidding, I hate you. What are you doing here? Nobody hired you. What are we doing? What? Oh. Let's go to the box office. Go! I'll meet you there. Thinking Like a Man is becoming very lucrative. The unlikely box office smash raked in another $17.4 million this past weekend to easily take home first place. Next, we have a bunch of films that all duked it out for second place, the first of those being Pirates Band of Misfits, which ended the weekend at $11.4 million. Following that, we have The Lucky One making a solid third week stand at $11.4 million. And finally, The Hunger Games just edged its way into fourth at $11.2 million. And if you're wondering where 5-Year Engagement landed, it ended up fifth, which makes sense because of the 5-year and it's fifth. Point is, it didn't do very well. It only made $11.1 million. Now let's look at the movies coming out this week that are looking to dethrone Think Like a Man. I wonder if any of them will be able to do it. Fan favorite Joss Whedon took the reins of essentially 4 different successful franchises to create his version of The Avengers. Next, we have the winner of the Jury Prize for Best Film at the San Francisco Doc Fest, First Position. And don't be put off by the fact that it's about ballet. The movie is actually a really well-conceived and executed story about people and their strive to achieve their goals, much like The Avengers. Might be a good double feature. That's all I'm saying. And finally, Demi Moore and Miley Cyrus star in a new teen travel romantic comedy called LOL. Seriously, this is the most confusing trailer I've ever seen. I'm not completely sure what the movie's about. I'm not completely sure who's supposed to go see it, but it comes out Friday. Now on to predictions. And after 2 less than stellar weeks, we know, we're teaming up with our friends at Visible Measures to get the most accurate social media stats available to us. That's right, we're stepping it up this week. The Avengers will likely win the weekend first because it has a cumulative reach of 172,498,968. That's total reach, meaning YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, I'm guessing Pinterest is in there somewhere, Goodreads. They don't calculate Goodreads? Not Goodreads, but that's a great site. You should go there anyway. And if you're keeping track, they have a larger reach than the Hunger Games had. I know, right? Big time. Second place is a tricky one, as it seems Think Like a Man will continue its box office dominance, though that's not what the social media stats say. With a true reach of 13,235,373 uniques, social media says The Lucky One will take second, with Think Like a Man coming in third, clocking in a true reach of 6,599,343. Even without social media stats, I've got a pretty good feeling Avengers is gonna win the weekend. Now, let's look to the future. Oh, this is where you should cut in a shot of Iron Man flying through the air. Perfect. Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf go looking for trouble in the Old West in this first look we got at Lawless, the latest film from John Hillcoat. And 2 girls go looking for trouble and, surprise, find it in the latest Red Band trailer for Hick. Also, the self-proclaimed sort of sequel to Knocked Up, This Is 40 got a trailer this week and tells the story of Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann's characters following the events of the previous film. And for my trailer of the week this week, dropped late last night when The Dark Knight rose for its 3rd official trailer. The viral marketing campaign leading up to this release had fans around the world piecing the trailer together frame by frame during this international scavenger hunt. And that's it for me this week. As always, type stuff in the comments. Tell me your favorite trailer this week. Did I miss one? Either way, I'll see you next week right here for another edition of What's Trending Movies.